Yeah. So the reason I want to show you the picture is you see there's the older bear man sitting right next to the two women in the black jihad, and right next to them is many more adolescent women around the teenage, and that's the only part of the families, and in the bottom is the own family. So the reason I show you the picture is because I want to talk about polygamy today. And for the last month, every time I turn on the TV, internet, because I set up my Yahoo News, my Yahoo homepage, every time I turn on, I saw they talking about Texas polygamy compound. So that's why I did small research about that. And as I know, there is many different ideas about this. We who believe in monogamy, this means only one woman for one man, think that polygamists must be criticized. But polygamy is a part of traditional human history. Some religions that it still exists and is practiced in modern society. So today I would like to talk about polygamy in human history, religious belief, and polygamy today. Polygamy in Greek means poly means multi, and gamy in marry, this means multi-married. And there's many different forms of polygamy. For example, like polygyny, it means men can have more than two wives. And polyamory is mean women can have more than two husbands. And this has been occurred hundreds of years ago, even longer than that. Polygamy began in early human history. In China history, polygamy also became status symbol of wealth and power. For example, in Han Dynasty, a king has more than one wife, and they really have the whole system, ranking system, and each of his wife can have different title. For example, the imperial principal wife called empress, and the consort called madams, and there's many more sub-ranking, like such as honor lady, good lady, or beautiful lady. Then also in Shang Dynasty, there was a time when two queens reigning the kingdom at the same time. So, and not only in China history, I believe that that in Mormon history, in Mormon they don't believe in polygamy until Mormonism Father Joseph Smith. Some people they believe that he is just a religious man, but some they think that they thought that he's a brainwasher, because there's no clue because they can't prove, but he's pronounced to everybody that he has the revelation from God on July 1843 that Mormon men would be allowed to practice multi-marriage, have more than one husband. So in Mormon teaching, they say for marriage, this means they don't call it marriage, but they call sealed. So when he died, they found that he had been sealed to 28 women. And together with their own history, polygamy was practiced by different cultural religions. For especially one is Buddhism. Buddhists, they believe that marriage is considered something spiritual issue, that if you have marital affair, it could be considered sinful. However, polygamy is still very common in Buddhism for many different reasons. such as generation, belief. For example, in Sri Lanka, Bhutan, Ladakh, and other part of India, polyandry means one woman have more than one husband. The young women, they were forced to get married with two or more than two brothers because they were forced by their own family to get married with. So they just they believe that so their money in the family don't going out for different for strangers or something. And in some Asian country, men were forced to marry with more than one wife. If his first wife could not have a son, he had to get married with another wife and another one until he can have a son for the generation. And to get not only Buddhism, Mormon, just same as Buddhism, they don't believe in polygamy, but until Joseph Smith, he pronounced and he received a message from God that they can have multi-marry, and since then people start to practice multi-marry. And polygamy is not only in the past, but it's also still in the issue in modern society. In 2006, Sarah Hammond, she ran away from her family and left behind 19 mothers, 74 siblings, and the father. She says that he could never remember her name, even though he kept repeatedly molested her. And Warren Chaff, a man that he's leading for the polygamy group that involved in Sarah Hammond case. So he was the one that arranged marriage for all the teenagers around 14 to 19, including her, Sarah, cousin, sister, forcing them to get married with a man like 50 years old, more than over 50 years old. And he was captured in August 2006 near Nevada. And at the time he was captured, he had been on the FBI 10 most wanted list for months. And you can see it's here in this is the Texas polygamy compound that they found in Texas. And in 2008, just has been last month, 100 children were saved, and among of them, there was 53 teenage girls from 14 to 17. They already were found in Texas, and 31 of them already have children or are being pregnant. And you can see here that they are keep building the compound, and there's many small homes that can be large enough for a husband and 3 wives, and they're all their children, and they still under construction. So I just talk about polygamy in their polygamy in human history, religious belief, and polygamy today. So polygamy is not only a story of the past, but it is still the concern issue in our society today. So I just want to borrow the quote from Apostle George Cannon. He's a polygamist, and he said, "If plural marriage be divine, as the Latter-day Saints say it is, no power on earth can suppress it unless you crush and destroy the entire people." Thank you.